Spencer Dinwiddie has a brand new shoe. Unfortunately, it's not with his own brand anymore, but it is with a well-known brand, well, sort of, known as 361. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on these potential bad boys right here. This is the 361 degree Spencer Dinwiddie DVD/SD1. That's a name right there. But anyways, this is Spencer Dinwiddie's brand new shoe. It's his first signature shoe, I believe, ever. Obviously not counting his actual shoe that he made himself, which we actually did review on the channel, and they were not half bad. But as far as him being signed with a brand, obviously this is like his first go around with being signed and having a signature, which I think is great because it's a great accomplishment for an athlete, especially one like Spencer, where he's not necessarily a household name, but a lot of people know him. He's one of those, in basketball terms, he's considered a dog, you know what I mean? Like he hustles like crazy, he'll get you plenty of buckets, but all of those things tends to go unnoticed if like LeBron does something great, you know what I mean? So like LeBron's the name, Spencer, despite him doing great things, it's just Spencer apparently, which is a bummer. But I like you, Spencer, so I think you're cool. I have a funny story about that. Should I tell? No? Yes? When Spencer had his own brand, I bought the shoe and I reviewed it and I thought they were pretty good for what they were, especially like for a player making his own sneaker and stuff like that. And then he had DM'd me on Twitter and I was reluctantly replying. I just assumed that it was a social media manager. The NBA guys are busy, like they're training and I don't know, working out and practicing and all that stuff. And so yeah, so in the middle of the conversation, he had said something that was more like personal, like about like things that I had said in the video. And like, I was just like, is this actually Spencer? And it was. So like, that was one of those weird, like, what a dumbass.
Oops, sorry.
Anyways, as far as these are concerned, these feel really good. So 361 is a brand that I mostly started noticing a long time ago on our YouTube adventure, career, if you want to call it that, when they had signed a guy that you guys might know of. His name is Kevin Love. He no longer is with the brand, but that was the first, like, we're in basketball, we were like, oh, okay, that's weird. Like, there's a new player in the game and stuff. That was right around the same time as Anta was really joining the US market. Same thing with Li Ning. So these Chinese brands were like starting to enter the US market, not being taken seriously, and rightfully so, because a lot of the products at the time at least were really, really bad, in my opinion. I've reviewed too many of those things, and the early models on almost every brand, including 361, were trash. So when they started bringing their shoes back with like Aaron Gordon and now Spencer Dinwiddie, I was kind of like, I guess, skeptical, you know what I mean? But the AG1 was a fantastic shoe. The AG2 was pretty cool as well, but I prefer the one. I think they're on the 3 now, which we do have, and I'll get to those eventually. I was just really excited that Spencer got a shoe, so like, here's the video. But yeah, I think that these feel really nice, like much like the other Chinese-based brands that we talk about here on the channel. The outsole, or the rubber that they use on the outsole, man, this just feels awesome. Like the way that it, I don't know what the other brands are doing, and by other brands I mean all of them. US brands or popular brands, if you want to call it that, mainstream brands, whatever they're doing, they're not using this type of rubber, man. And this type of rubber is just awesome. It's good indoors, it's great outdoors, it lasts a long time, it's tacky. So yeah, I don't know what their compound is, but like when you talk about other major brands, their whole thing is get you something that works, but only for a certain amount of time, because there's so many products being released that they want you to burn through the product so that you can go and buy the next one. But anyways, as far as bang for your buck goes, this outsole feels like it's going to be a really big bang for your buck, especially with the retail price. They do have a US based website now, which is just 361 USA, and they retail for about $100, which is really cool. So if you're looking for something that you wanted to try that was different than the mainstream brands without spending too much money, then this could be an option. Right now, there's only 2 colorways, one of which is this one. This happens to be my favorite one, mostly because it's got this SD logo on there for Spencer Dinwiddie, but tell me this don't look like Scooby-Doo's collar.
Are you challenging me? Maybe.
It looks just like it to me. I don't know if that was on purpose, but like when I see that, I'm like, Scooby-Doo-Doo. Anyways, there's a second color on there as well. It's this like peach. These are really clean as well. And then the brand sent over this one. I don't know what these are about. I think it's like a crypto thing, because Spencer's into, what would you call it? Like diversifying his portfolio as far as like income is concerned. So he not only relies on his NBA income, but he invests in other things, much like most other athletes do. One of the things that he invests in or believes heavily in is cryptocurrency. So I believe that's what this colorway is all about. I just don't know when these are going to be available. Now, as far as the cushion is concerned, it's what they're calling Energy X foam. And from from a try-on, like it feels really good, at least in the back half. The forefoot area feels very minimal and low to the ground. It doesn't feel bad or anything, it just doesn't feel like the back half does. Like the back half when you rock on it, like it's like really bouncy, has a nice little spring back to it. The forefoot just feels a little bit more muted. It might be because of the TPU cage that they have right here. It kind of goes into like almost like a Zoom X looking curve, like those plates for the running shoes. So yeah, so I think that this is really neat. One of the things that I really like though is actually the insole. And while there's no additional support in the insole, like an arch plate or anything like that, the insole itself is actually made out of, I don't know if it's P-backs or the eTPU, but either way it looks like Boost, and it feels really, really nice underfoot. So it's just an extra layer of cushion, which is again awesome for a product that releases for $100. And we don't get this in like a basic Nike or a basic Adidas, a basic Puma, like we just don't get that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So it's nice to see that we get those things from a brand like this. Now there is a torsional plate inside the shoe. You can't really see it outside of the little window that pokes through on the bottom and everything. So you can kind of see this little area right there where the logo is. So that's part of the plate. It's supposed to be a nylon plate. And if I'm going to compare it to anything that you guys might be more familiar with, they use the nylon plates on the Move. Are they called the Pro?
Yeah, there's the Game Day and the Game Day Pro.
Okay.
And the All Day.
So that, I was getting confused because I know that they just added the All Days. The All Days, their comfort one. But either way, the Game Day Pro has the nylon plate, which is a really strong plate, despite, you know, the verbiage of nylon. Like it makes you think that it's cheap or flimsy, which is not the case. And so that's basically what they've got in here. So it's a really beefed up shank plate and torsional plate. So if you were looking to replace the insole for whatever reason, you could probably do so without worrying about torsion, because it's already installed in the shoe. And then the rest of the upper is pretty basic as far as, you know, modern day shoes and stuff. Like I say this pretty much every time we go over like modern materials on basketball shoes. It's a textile. There's fuse panels, so it's textile and plastics. Is it my favorite thing?
No, God!
But anyways, the upper itself feels like it's going to contain the foot really well. It's a very tightly woven knit and everything like that. And then again, there's a lot of TPU in there, or a lot of fuse. It's not only in the high wear areas, but also in the stress zones. It also feels a little crispy in the front and everything, so there might be a thin layer in the shoe. Nothing to be surprised about. Now, as far as the fit is concerned, 361 actually sent me a half a size down, and that is what I would recommend. So typically I'm a size 9. These are actually a size 8.5, and they fit like a size 9. So that's exactly what I would order. If you were a 9, go with an 8.5. If you were a 10, go with a 9.5. If they don't have that size, I would not go up half a size. I would go down half a size. So if you're a 10.5 and they don't have that, I would go to a size 10. You should be fine. Does this remind you of Dunder Mifflin?
It does look like some kind of corporation. Michael Scott's paper company.
Yeah, like I don't know what the theme of this shoe is. Like the colors are Mavs, you know, colors, but like the Scooby-Doo thing, because that's not on the other shoes. It's on the bottom, but like not on the tongue, you know? And obviously not on the crypto one. That's a totally different thing. But this back thing reminds me of
Dunder Mifflin.
So, sorry, I didn't mean to do my Seth Rogen laugh on
It's
camera.
my favorite.
Oh yeah, it's not really a Seth Rogen laugh. She just makes fun of me because like. Thank you.
I didn't even do a good job.
I'm pretty sure I got the point across. Okay, pretty sure. But with all that being said, sound off below and let us know what you think about Spencer Dinwiddie's first official signature shoe with an actual brand, not on his own, not an independent thing, which I really wish that he would have stuck with. But being a new brand is damn near impossible. It's like a restaurant. You know how like the fail rate of a restaurant is damn near like 99%? Like I don't think it is 99%, but it's around there. That's kind of what it is if you start up a new shoe company. You're probably not going to be in business after a couple of years, especially with how expensive making this stuff is. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Sound off below again and let us know your thoughts on these. If you wanted to pick a color as well, which one do you like? I actually kind of like this
The
one.
lavender haze.
Yeah, just the more that I look at it, they're just like really clean and pretty, but I really do like, I think it's because I'm partial to like team colors as signatures, so I like this as well. And I don't have a use for 3 of these, so if you're not part of our Discord community, you might want to join. I will be giving away at least 2 pairs of these things. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you guys on the next one. So until then, have a good one. Now what the hell is that? The Batman logo, or is that DVD?
Super clever.
Man, your reaction before was way better. What a lame.
It's so clever.
Man, get out of here.
Man, that's super clever.
Dude, we were both like, we should have recorded that. She turns it on. She's like, man.
That's so cool.
Go home.
Do your Seth Rogen. That's close.
No.